and welcome back to the channel. It's your hostess with the mostest, missaspenblue here. So today's build is actually a rebuild of something I did a long time ago before I started building with YouTube in mind. So this was kind of like a jungle bungalow treehouse sort of thing. The best way that I could describe it honestly is kind of like Tarzan's parent. Oops. Kicking things. So there's a lot that your sim can do, or at least originally. So I don't know, I was really happy with how it came out originally, but there was a lot that I wanted to do differently. So there's a lot that I did better than in the original build, and then there's a lot that I don't like or wish that I was able to include something else. Anyways, which actually I do have the other build. Like I was able to find that actually in an old save file, so I can upload that one to the gallery if you guys are just interested in comparing the two. But this one is the one with the proper footage and everything like that. And well, it was actually a really big pain in the butt to record on this lot. Now it kept doing this thing, and I don't know if this is new. I have only built here once before, and that was my first time attempting the treehouse, and I cannot remember it like having this weird angle thing, but I've noticed that a lot with a great deal of the Sims lots. If they're close to like an edge or something or a mountain, the camera doesn't pan there very nicely. So just between like the giant debug tree and I think that just like cliff on the side of this lot, the footage was really awful, a lot of it. So I went ahead and I didn't include a lot of the small cluttering, and that was just me like last minute bouncing around from room to room, which is already dizzying on an open lot where the view isn't obscured by foliage. So it was just too much sped up with this style. Anywho, I'm so happy about this build though and the way it came out. There's, like I said, a lot of things that I love better than the original, and then there's some things that I just wish that I was able to fit in, or at least not that I wasn't able to fit them in, I guess I just didn't really try to. Anyways, but this, for example, the previous one was, I believe, 2 bedrooms and at least 2 baths. This one is technically only 1 bath. However, I do go ahead and I add like a shower area over by the pool bit. So at the end of it, I guess I kind of thought maybe this was like some archaeologist's treehouse and they're on a site, because I do end up adding some temple walls, and you guys will see that. See that soon. So I was thinking maybe like some archaeologists were just doing some work here, and this is where they set up shop. So yeah. I really love those eco lifestyle wallpaper, and I know I say that in every single build that I do for you guys, but they just looked a little bit too modern for the treehouse, believe it or not. So I think what I ended up going with, I think that was like this one here. I might end up changing it actually, but the one that I have on there currently, I believe, is like a Get Famous, like almost like a stage wallpaper. Like I think it's supposed to be for the Wild West or something. Anyways, so technically this one only has like 1 bed, 1 bath, 1 kitchen. But I do add a bassinet in the bedroom because, again, I kind of wanted it to feel a little Tarzan's home. Now, this is what I mean, where there's some things I like about the first one that I don't like about this one. The first one was so cluttered, like packed to the max, with like just the most random like skeleton statues and all that. And I actually added a lot of Realm of Magic stuff because like those potion cabinets look really good. I was not able to do that with this build. This build was a lot smaller as far as the living space went, and I was getting so frustrated with the camera angle that I didn't do as much as this build deserved, unfortunately. But I hope you guys like it. It's really cool, and I'm just finally happy to have this idea out there, especially seeing as how this is my second attempt to do it. So, yeah. Oh, my contacts are bothering me. Guys, it's the silliest thing, and I would not tell anybody in my real life about this, but okay, so in high school, in my youth, and I definitely feel like there's like a psychological connection between like dyeing your hair and like being in a bad mood. Like you get out of a relationship or something bad has happened, you want to like get, maybe dye your hair or, get a new haircut or something like that. Well, I'm broke, and honestly, I adore my hair and I don't want to touch it. But the dyeing my hair used to be my go-to thing back in the day. So I decided to get green contacts. I'm blue-eyed, but all of skin toned, and Blue-eyed. I'm brown-eyed. I have brown eyes. My mother is blue-eyed. I have brown eyes. My father was Hispanic, so I inherited his eyes. Or his family, I should say. He was only like half. So yeah. Anyways, I got green contacts. It is so silly, but it was that feel-good thing that I needed. Like, I look in the mirror and then I make eye contact with myself. I'm like, hey girl, hey. And they look really natural too. So because I do have brown eyes, I didn't want them to look absurd. Like, maybe if I'd gotten the blue eyes, it would have been a bit, you know, much. But I think the green eyes was able to blend a little bit. I actually got them from tie-dye. I found them on Instagram. So if that's something you guys would be open to, I'm really happy. I got like 3 colors. They're all great. I'm obsessed with just one pair right now. But other than that, they're all really awesome. So yeah, let me know if you want more information from that. Anyways, but yeah, back to the build, because that's what I should be talking about. So yes, so in the original build, it was really important to me to have this kind of, I don't know why I keep adding these things, I just love them. It was really important for me though for this build to have kind of an oasis-y, like, lagoon, I suppose. So I go ahead and really clutter up that pool with a lot of landscaping and the like. I also go ahead and add that little, I don't know, it's a pool. You can add sharks or fairies or koi fish. Oh my god, funny story. So 5 minutes into playtesting this freaking build, my sim drowned in that little pool, that little pond. I didn't even know like your sim could die that way. And there were sharks in the pool too. I sent her in there swimming with sharks. She didn't get eaten by sharks or anything. She just drowned. Yeah, so I had a sim die on vacation, and then the tombstone was just chilling on the pond. So yeah, that happened. Don't worry though, I did not save the game with that sim dying. I loved her too much, and that was just an awful, awful accident. Also, I couldn't keep playtesting it without her, so... Anywho, what I am pleased with this build though, I do feel like I did a better job of cluttering it up with plant life better than I did the previous one. So I used a lot of the debug jungle adventure stuff. And they fit together pretty nice. I mean, I had to use some other plants and stuff to kind of make them blend well. Like there you can see I'm adding, I don't know, they kind of look like bromeliads to me. Is that the right word, bromeliad? I don't know, I'm trying a blank. Anyways, I had the flowers, which I do believe we got with Jungle Adventure, to kind of like blend them together. Yeah, and I think it came out really, really awesome. If you guys hear some ridiculous noise, my little brother is doing virtual school. He's almost done for the day, but they're in PE right now. So essentially they just dance to like funky music videos and things, and so yeah, be prepared. So that is fun. And I don't know if I like this. So in theory, I liked it, and I went ahead and I added the little like glowing orbs from Realm of Magic, because I wanted this little section to look really just magical. And I don't know, I think it kind of works if you don't look anywhere else. Which I guess is why there's some things that I like better about the old version of this than I do the new one. And that's, I did add some like enchanty stuff with the Realm of Magic. Like none of it was witchy by any means, but I think like the potion cabinet, and the other one looks very like artifact-y, so I'm definitely going to do some more archaeologist builds though, because the archaeology is like my favorite aspiration in this game, and it's just as far as like related. I mean, I'm not an archaeologist or anything like that, but I do know a simmer who is an archaeologist. If you want to go check out Asbury Games, Ms. Rayleigh over there gives regular history lessons with her builds, and it's actually, I love it. I love it. She's awesome and super cute and just funny and really supportive. So if you're a fellow simmer or just like watching sim stuff, go ahead and check her out. She's one of my favorites. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, where I took the temple walls and like kind of a second bathroom. So I go ahead and I add a shower down here. It is functional. Oh, bummer. I had to get rid of the temple like pathway, because apparently like you can't just walk through it normally. So I swapped it out with well, first I took the broken portal from Realm of Magic, because I'm pretty positive it didn't work, but for whatever reason like the portal was glowing and stuff. So obviously that would not have fit well, even though I'm pretty positive I used it in the other build. Anyway, so I just ended up switching it out with like I think a totem that I enlarged, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Oh my god. So I'm just catching like background noise of my brother's class, and oh, at least it's entertaining, to say the least. And I know I'm going to debug a lot here because I came in here and this is right when we got the new update and we saw these new debug options. So I was a little like overwhelmed with all like the new stuff because that was the first time I'd seen it. So here I'm just trying to landscape it up a bit. And I feel like I could have done more with like this little garden area. I think in the end it turns out pretty well because I didn't want to... This lot was weird, and because of the way the camera was annoying me, I didn't want to... I wanted it to be a little bit open for like the player and for the builder especially, because it was kind of such a pain in the butt. So here I am just trying to, well, now I'm cluttering, but oh, actually nope, we're changing the colors. Yep. So I think this one ends up being, yeah, Island Paradise. So I used the wallpaper we got with Sulani. Oh, and also this was after we got the update too to be able to overlap windows and stuff. So I kind of like the idea of doing like a personal, or I tried to do like this little, like not a screen door, but maybe just like an old school French door with some lame wicker doors. Yeah, that all made lovely sense. So it sort of worked in theory. That's where I ended up at though. And then I've never used this swatch. It fits so perfectly though, unless I change it. I hope I don't change it. But I've never used that swatch, and it was just the right kind of like perfect colorful, and it was able to match with some of the more like traditional or just older, because obviously this is an older style. If someone's living in a treehouse, I doubt they have the newest of everything. So I thought it matched well with a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, the child is yelling. So I don't know, I wanted the kitchen to kind of be separated here. Because I feel like it made more sense to have the living area closer to the bedroom, and then like you could eat and hang out here, and then the smell of cooking wouldn't like mess up your home. I don't know. I used to cook like a lot of fish, and I didn't like baking it in the house because I didn't like my house smelling like fish. And I'd prefer to grill it, but I live in an apartment complex and that wasn't a realistic answer. So I've also never used these little like footpath thingies, little path stones. So I thought I would use that to kind of mark where I wanted the shower and stuff to go. Oh, and I also go ahead and I add a hot tub in the corner. I kind of wish I'd done a better job of blending the hot tub into the natural surroundings. I wish they would give us like hot springs. So I keep seeing this on Twitter. People were really bummed out with the Star Wars pack because I guess they thought we were getting some sort of winter pack. But honestly, I like the Star Wars gameplay. I'm having fun with it. I'm so excited to start building with this stuff too. I've seen some guys you guys have put up with some of the items, and it looks amazing. And if you guys don't like it, that's fine. That's cool. So yeah, where was I going with that? Building. Oh, yes. Okay, so back to everyone's disappointment about not getting like a winter sim pack. I would be all for like new hot tubs and hot springs. Oh, I don't think I added that. I really hope I added those little vents at the bottom of the pool, because that makes all the difference, because that makes it like steamy and bubbly. But anyways, that's what I mean. I wish we had like more effects for the pool, I suppose. There's a lot that you can do with just like move objects and stuff. So yeah, I would be interested in like a new winter pack, definitely. But I wasn't like too disappointed we didn't get that. New tubs though, and like new hot tubs, I would love so much. Like if they could give us a hot tub that worked like the hot tubs we have now, but looked natural, like maybe it was shaped like circular and there was like stones and plants on it, that would be perfect. Because yeah, and sometimes I'm worried too about like the cluttering I do around the pool, that it messes it up. So don't worry, my pool is swimmable, especially because I always add like massive stones and stuff to the bottom too, just to give it like some texture. So I fought forever with, well, not forever, but for longer than I wanted to with the layout of this living room. This is kind of like all it ends up being. But the way that plant came in just a little bit in the living room bothered me a lot. But I am happy with this little corner right here. So I kind of make like a plant corner, and if I really wish I would get into it, but like the custom content poses and stuff you guys do, I never take any pictures or anything like that with my Sims, and the stuff you guys come up with is literally amazing. So I think this would be like such a cute little nook to have your Sim come and like pose in front of. Yeah. And here I am trying to figure out the tool mod. I was so anxious, but Twisted Mexi came to the rescue just in time. So we got the Journey to Bat 2. For whatever reason, I guess the tool mod was causing the Journey to Bat 2 just to be like a white screen. And thankfully, like I found that out before I started like going through and picking and choosing each one of my my CC to see, you know, which one was breaking it. So that was fixed up pretty easy. Now, I'm not the most skilled with the mod tool yet. It's definitely like a learning process, but I highly recommend it. In fact, I actually need to add his link down below, because I know I have linked for you guys like the red shelf and some other things that I use fairly frequently. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and link down Twisted Mexi's tool and the Better Build By. So like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like my catalog, the Build By catalog, I've been able to expand and things like that. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. I will be sure to update those links for you though, now that I am actually successfully using the tool mod pretty regularly. I wish we had more rugs too. I think my next build might be like a CC build, because I'm feeling just a little uninspired these days, and I don't know why custom content always like really gets me thrilled about building. And maybe it's just because I feel like I don't have to spend so much like little time perfecting or making my own furniture or things like that that look cool or interesting, because we've all seen the same old, you know, Maxis stock game stuff. But I don't know. I know it's give or take. I don't know. When I first started my channel out, I feel like my custom content videos got more attention than my no CC builds. What do you guys personally, like you guys watching this, you right now, take a second. If you hear this sweet, sweet, cracky, awful sound of my voice, go ahead and comment down below. Just your personal use and just like your video searches. Do you like custom content or no CC? Now, I think as far as like my preference though, as far as like the videos I like watching, I think I like watching the no CC builds, solely because I pick up a lot of tips and tricks that I know I can turn around and use on my channel for you guys. So there's a lot of stuff I don't even know or think about, and especially with the tool mod just coming out too, it has opened up so many possibilities. And with a little fidgeting around, it's perfect. I really wish those little lights were brighter. You know, I guess I could have tried to boost the intensity in live mode. I don't know if that works or not though. I guess I haven't messed with it enough. Because I know you could change the color and intensity, but I don't know if you can make it like more intense than it already is. I will have to check on that. So I'm just like scrolling through some of my footage to see about how much time we have here, which really have about 5 minutes. Looks like my screen capture start a little bit after 25 minutes in. And we're at about 20 minutes, you poor things, oh my gosh. And I realized that I left in, although I did record it as soon as it happened, I could not believe it happened. I put in my Sim dying horribly in a shark pond. And not even, like that sounds like a crazy death by shark pond. Nothing bloody or gory. Nope, she just drowned. It was actually quite underwhelming. And of course I sent her on vacation alone too, so there were no other like Sims to mourn for her. Yep. Anyways, I can't remember where I left off. I had to pause momentarily. So This little porch area, I really like the idea of. So my family does not live anywhere tropical by any means, but they do live in more like a rural area in New Mexico. So I've got family out in Capitan and Ruidoso. A little bit different climates. They are up in the mountain. The Ruidoso is a little bit lower, so it's more like just like flat, dry fields, I feel. And then Ruidoso is up in the mountains, so you've got trees and things like that, and bears and all that fun stuff. But all my family had these like big wraparound porches. Well, they weren't like full wraparound. Anyways, they had large porches that wrapped around at least half of the house. And it was just such a nice, cozy little sitting area. There was everything there. I mean, my grandpa had a TV out there. My grandma had like one of those little workout trampolines, which I think I used more so. And then my family out in Capitan, they had these hummingbird feeders. So many, and these hummingbirds would just come in flocks. And I don't know if you've ever seen a bunch of hummingbirds, but they get like feisty and like they pick fights. Anyways, it's just like a hum of buzzing hummingbirds. I love it. Sorry, I just smacked my headphones a couple of times. Hopefully that's not too loud. So back to me saying that there were some things I liked about the old build more than this build. It would be the like dining area. So I don't know, give or take. A lot of the things with the old build, and again, I said I will upload that to the gallery. So if you guys are curious or just like want to see, or if you just see it and then eventually see this, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I add like a mini fridge and like a better bar area down, I want to say downstairs, but like down on the ground. And I didn't do that here. And I feel like the bar is a little misplaced. I don't know. But again, I kind of wanted it to look like maybe someone came in, like an archaeologist type, and they just ended up setting up permanent shop here. I mean, wouldn't you? Look at this place. I would, in a heartbeat. My plants would do so well with all that humidity. One thing I was really bummed out though, so the placement of this tree, and I guess if I'm going to do something like this again, on this lot specifically, I'm going to go ahead and position the treehouse in the left lower corner. So the angle we're at now, the left lower corner. And that is only because I think I'm walking too much at like the morning and afternoon sun. Now this lot gets a lot of really pretty evening sun at the front of it, but the lighting in The Sims can be so pretty sometimes. So I was just really bummed out that it didn't really match up too well. And I don't know why I did this. I think it goes back to like those like Realm of Magic orbs. I just wanted like something interesting, and these don't even like fit in or anything, but I thought maybe they made it look a little bit more mystical. I don't know. Sometimes I just do things. And again, I wish those lamps or those lanterns I'm sticking on the wall everywhere it lit up better. And I thought these are from the vampire pack, I want to say. I thought those fit in pretty well, so I tossed a few of those around. So the laundry area, you might see that appear and reappear a couple of times. I don't know what happened, or if this was like when my sim died or what it was exactly, but I think the game just might have just old school crashed on me. But anyways, I had to redo the laundry area a couple of times. So you might see some repetition or something that doesn't look different because I couldn't quite make it exact. So yeah, anyways, just going around with the finishing touches. I knew we needed some like outside mood light, and so I'm trying to find like what is gonna look best, because I wanted the pool area to be lit up at night, you know. Oh, so here we go. My sim died. So here's the Grim. See, she's just floating face down in a pond full of sharks. Yeah, anyways, and that was that. That was me trying to play test. Okay, so I haven't spoken about this little section up here, but I really like, I go ahead and I add in a yoga mat too. So you've got a handful of different activities up there. You've got the word working table, the chess table, the archaeology pop-up table, and then I go ahead and add a yoga mat. So what, that's four things your sim can do up there. And I just thought it was like a nice little sitting area. Anyways, I just really hope that you guys enjoy this build, but you have heard me yammer on long enough. Let's go ahead and get to these captures here momentarily. But again, this was your hostess with the mostest, Aspenblue, here on CreatorSim. I love your guys' support so much. Thank you so much for liking or watching or subscribing, and if you guys find me on Instagram and all that, I will follow you back. I love following you guys. Okay, thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Bye.